Nick and I have some breaking news for you. The PS5 and Xbox Series X shortages may end somewhat soon. It's a man right there. It's a man. You just knocked over my bird, too. Skip it up and that up. Hey, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. It's Review Shortages USA, and I'm not talking about my own man shortages. It is really small, though. I don't understand why I was born that way. So I have been talking about the console shortages since the console shortages, well, since the beginning. As soon as the 9th gen launched, there have been console shortages. Now, that happens every generation. Initially, the first couple months, few months, maybe even, it's tough to get one. But then it usually subsides, and then there's a plethora of Series X's and S's and PS5s and PS5 digital editions and Switches and Switch Lites and Switch OLEDs and Switch My Nips. Nintendo's not making that last one, but you get my point. When consoles first launch, yeah, there's usually a dearth of them because there's higher demand because people's interests are peaked, and then life goes on. But this is shortages of a whole new level. Now, obviously, we know huge chunks of the reason are because of the pandemic that has spread around the world, which has affected manufacturing, which has in turn backed everything up, and the back orders and the backup on manufacturing lags, and months upon months upon months, and years later, well, not years, but close to years later, we are dealing with shortages abound of anything you could think of. And it's not just like semiconductors. If you want to get a bag from Best Buy when you're getting something, I am not kidding about this. This just happened to me. They are having a shortages of bags. I also got clothes from Macy's, and they didn't have bags there. Think about that. You go to Starbucks, they don't have straws sometimes. Like, it's getting out of control. Well, never fear. Lisa Su, the CEO of AMD, says everything will be fine real soon. Well, not real soon, but sooner than other people are saying. And it's nice to not hear it from some secret stealth worker at a manufacturer, or not have something that's on record, or have something from a shareholders meeting. This is coming from the CEO of AMD, who makes the SoCs for both the PS5 and Series X, and this is what she had to say to Spiel Times. I expect it to be from June to September of next year, 2022, when perhaps it will be possible to go down to a video game store or department store to buy a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X without it being an impossible task. Now, I've talked about 2022 being the target for when stock will replenish of anything with semiconductors in it, but this is still good news because there was companies like Toshiba coming out and saying that it could be all the way in 2023 that we'll see these shortages subside. We're not even into 2022 yet, so this is a relief compared to that. It was actually Takeshi Kamibuchi, I think I said his name right. Yes, Kamibuchi. I think I got it right. That he was the director of Toshiba's semiconductor business that said that, look, across the entire industry, things could be screwed until 2023. So hearing Lisa Su come out and say, probably more so summer of next year, is a good thing. Keep in mind, though, I was thinking and hoping that it was going to be summer of this year. I'm like, we'll eventually get over this hump, and, the demand will go down enough that even if there is semiconductor shortages, it won't be next to impossible to find a PS5 or Xbox Series X. I was really wrong again. Yep, that's what I do. Review I'm Wrong USA. So it's good to hear Lisa Su, not someone from Toshiba, not factory sources, which I'm not saying they aren't reliable, but she's the CEO of AMD. AMD co-developed the processors in the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. So I'm pretty sure she would know what was going on with stocks and when things would be replenished and how the manufacturing process is going. So this is really like from the horse's mouth. So that's why I thought this was newsworthy. But until then, the only thing I could tell you again is to follow like Inventory Bot on Twitter. I talk about that all the time. You can just search it up. I don't even have to put a link to in the description. I'm not affiliated with them, even if I do. I don't make any kickback if you buy a PS5 through anything that they post. I just know that people have purchased consoles through Inventory Bot. So I suggest that you check them out, and it won't guarantee that you'll get one, a PS5 or a Series X, but it will improve your chances. But until then, you're just going to have to be patient. I encourage you not to spend thousands of dollars from a scalper and just wait it out. But this is definitely the best news we've heard in a while anyway. I was hoping they were going to say Lisa Su states that the PS5 and Xbox Series X is actually going to be replenished and in stock by 2024, just in time for the PS5 Pro and Xbox Series 1X. Watch they actually call it that. I will die laughing if they actually call it that. Anyway, that's where we're at right now, guys. I think this is good news. And again, it's coming from a very reliable source, so we can trust it. Or at least believe it more than other sources. She could still be wrong. She doesn't control how the global infrastructure works, but we can take this with more than a grain of salt. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.